Hey everybody, this is Michel Baruch here with my episode number 2. Last time, a couple days ago, 3 days ago, I smoked my first ever pipe and made a video of it, and it was amazing. This is a slightly different, a very different tobacco that I'm doing today. So I wanted to talk about that, but before I do, I want to do a little correct a couple things. First of all, I took a picture of myself while I was smoking my first pipe, and I posted it to the Gentlemen's Pipe Smoking Society on Facebook, which is a really great group. I got so much love for that. And the first day, I got about 150 likes just on the picture of me with my first pipe, and a lot of people welcoming me to the pipe fraternity, or the Brotherhood of the Briar, or a lot of people had a lot of really great names. So thank you so much for all of that support. A couple people seemed to like that first video. I obviously tried to correct some of my problems. You can see we're in portrait mode, or landscape mode now. And we were in portrait before because I had a phone that would not rotate. So I fixed that. I'm also a lot closer in because you don't need to see me pack a bowl for the first time. That was the first time I'd ever set up a pipe, packed a bowl, and tried to light something. Oh, I'm going to have to relight that anyway. But the other thing I wanted to do, I wanted to really thank, I did a lot of watching of YouTube videos, pipe videos, that inspired me to want to do that. A lot of experts talking about how to do things with pipes, and of course I wanted to show something I'd never seen before, somebody smoking their very, very first pipe. And so I wanted to thank some of the people who, or at least point out some of the people who really, helped teach me the few things that I learned, how to do that stuff before I got to that point for the last video. So, obviously I have to, probably the person I watched more than anybody else was Gray Bailey. You can find him on YouTube as well. Stogie Farts also had a really good, how to get started video. James Patton, who's mostly a cigar guy, etc. In fact, I think his YouTube thing is called the Honest Cigar Review. He does some pipe stuff too, and I became aware of him through Tim Swanson from Cigars Daily. And I just really liked his style. I really liked, his energy, his approachability, and he had some really good things to say. And then the other two people that I watch, Cage is Courageous, I couldn't remember her name. And that was kind of embarrassing. So I wanted to make sure I definitely pointed out her. She only really has just maybe 4 pipe smoking videos, though she works at a tobacco store, and she does some other things in her videos. And Derek Tant, who is hilarious, or at least odd in an entertaining way. But he's got some great stuff, and for those of you who are freaking out that Frogmorton no longer, McClelland is no longer making Frogmorton, they've ceased operations. I will never get to experience that probably because I'm starting too late. But he has a really good video on the things that you might replace your Frogmorton love with other tobaccos. So go look up Derek Tant, and I think his videos are extremely watchable. So all those people, I watched a lot of their stuff, and kind of learned the stuff that I learned literally from watching their videos. So my successes up to this point, I can thank to them. From here on out, obviously, it's kind of experiment of my own. So what I have right now, I've got the lighter in my hand. I'm dying to light it back up. But so last time I did just a cheapy, super value whiskey Cavendish. I thought that would be just a fun way to start. Man, it smelled so good too, just sweet and tasty, and it smoked really sweet and tasty. But I'm gonna go for something a little more serious today. Where's my camera? Early Morning Pipe by Dunhill, which is a very famous one. A lot of people, with that first picture I took of my mail call stuff, a lot of people were like, way to go, that's a real tobacco. So I felt like I'd done something right there. I should also mention that I did put out an order today for my next things to try. So, I started with a whiskey Cavendish. I've got the Dunhill Early Morning Pipe, which is what I'm doing right now, and this is the first time I'm tasting it. And so the next one, of course, I think a lot of you wouldn't be surprised that my next order is a tin of Lane 1Q. That seems like the next step to try for a brand new pipe smoker. I got that idea mostly from Gray Bailey, but everybody else seems to agree with that too. I've heard a lot of people talk about the Lane Limited 1Q. And then, and I got the Orlick Golden Flake. I got a tin of that coming towards me. And this time I went through pipetobacco.com, which is free shipping. So I'm only paying for those 2 tins, and we'll see how fast it gets here. I'll let you know when they get here, because of course I've got to make a video of the Lane especially. It just seems like everybody universally thinks that a noob should try it. So let me light back up, and I'll talk to you a little bit about how I feel about this. As a pipe smoking guy, this is nice. I'm sorry. Yes, I am a pipe smoking guy. As a cigar smoking guy, this is right up my alley. This has some familiar. It satisfies a similar itch. Though I have to say, when I was smelling it out of the tin, and of course I cellared it in a jar. It doesn't smell anything like a cigar tobacco. I was really amazed at the smoky kind of campfire smell of it almost. Really, really intriguing. I can still very much taste what I smelled. It definitely has that kind of Boy Scout campfire quality to it in a way, and some other flavors. I won't get all wine review like some people do. I don't have the palate or the lexicon to describe it anyway like some people do. And I've noticed cigar guys don't seem to do that in the videos. They don't get all anal about the taste profile like they do in the cigar videos. Man, that's really tasty though. And the retrohale out the nose, there's a lot of flavors going on there. Long story short, wow, I really like this. This is a little more serious. The whiskey Cavendish is something it's sweet. It's something you could smoke anytime. I think I could probably smoke this anytime as well, but it's a little more of hey, you're smoking tobacco. Really liking that. The reason I should get back to the Lane 1Q though, the reason why I ordered that is the way it was described, especially by Gray Bailey. There's a certain smell that I associate with. My dad didn't smoke a pipe, but I had a friend's dad, one of my best friends, as a kid. He looked like a sea captain. He was always smoking a pipe, and there were some other adults in my life that smoked pipes, and that's just that aromatic smell, which it sounds like the Lane 1Q has. That's kind of what I'm trying to recapture. There's a certain quality from when I was a little kid, and it hasn't left me. So I think part of me is kind of in search of that smell, that experience. Also, he was a really serene, like almost Zen kind of guy. Weird thing for a Jewish guy to say, but he wasn't Jewish, so maybe that was it. Um, yeah, so I'll tell you a little bit more about that as maybe I'll find that. But part of my search here with the and I've been talking so long, I think my pipe's out again. Through with this experience is for something like that. So anyway, I hope I haven't rambled on too much. This is kind of more about me talking and less about me smoking. I'll try to make it more about me smoking in future videos. But anyway, I hope this is interesting. I'm going to keep doing these, and I hopefully will get more interesting for you at them. You can see I'm not in all my winter gear. Wisconsin has warmed up in the last few days. We're now in the mid-40s. Last week, I think it was 30 or 31 when I made that video, and I was in here freezing my tuchus off. So anyway, I'm going to get back to smoking this. You guys get back to doing what you're doing. If you have any questions, or especially if you have any comments or tips, tips about where and what to buy, stuff like that, tips about things you're seeing me doing wrong or things I could do better, leave them in the comments below. Obviously, if you're a pipe smoker and you're not part of the Gentlemen's Pipe Smoking Society on Facebook, join it. And if you are, then, let's be friends. Anyway, be well, stay smoky, and sei gesund.